Guys, do you have questions for Bowen? Like, while we have him, we have an opportunity. Like, if you guys have something that you want to know, or just to say a thank you or shout out, or you're funny, or like, we didn't really like that sketch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me what sketches, what stuff you don't like. I want to know that.
I mean, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is improv like outside of high school? Because I know I'm interested in doing improv in college, and I'm looking at my improv troupe, and I want to know what it's like past this stage in life.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. This is huge, because what I didn't realize going to college was that you guys just get such a leg up. It's crazy. Like, you guys have this boost from just working with people around your age, and then because a lot of what happens is, like, a lot of what comedy does professionally is that you like feed into these like places of work where like age groups are the age range is so wide. I feel like doing Spoko and then going into college was very helpful, because like it was just my fixture in high school was just to do Spoko, and then like see Adrian's shows downtown, and you just kind of don't even realize until a certain like juncture that you're like, oh wow, I have this huge vocabulary for this that a lot of people don't, and you've been given the benefit of just like doing it over and over and over again.
How did you get from like our high school cafeteria to SNL?
It's truly like, I don't know. This sounds so chummy or whatever, but like really, like Adrian had such an effect. Like Adrian like was like the perfect sort of like mental model for someone who like was this mental model for someone who could like balance out their interests and not feel like they have to compromise really anything about what they know and what they're I don't know, like Adrian was just it just blew my mind, and like I would always remind my parents. I'd be like, it's crazy that like my math teacher is also my improv coach, and he also teaches this epistemology class. Like, it was this crazy like I think that imprinted onto me this very specific thing of like, you can be a lot of different things. And so when I got to school, I never really thought of myself as like, well, I'm boxed in as this science major, and that like these other things that I want to do are like deferred or something. And then I just had this kind of like little crossroads after college when I was like, do I go to med school or do I try to pursue comedy? Where I kind of had to weigh those things very seriously, and I thought, oh well, I might as well just go for the thing that I have this like attachment to, which was comedy. And like and I thought back to like high school and to doing Spoko, and I was like, whoa, this is the thing that I've sort of been drawn to as like a gradient link for so long, like for years and years now. Like I've wanted to do this. I can't really say the same thing about science or like medicine. Like and truly, like, it was this moment of like visualizing, oh wow, like my best memories in high school and my adolescence, let's say, were just doing Spoko shows. Those are my best memories. And I was like, oh, I got to pursue this because it's just kind of what emotionally I can intrapolate or extrapolate towards. Like I was like, wow, if this really is like a thing where two roads diverge in a wood, I'm like, oh, I gotta go down the path that's like, I don't know, brought me most fulfillment or whatever. And that was like comedy. It was improv. And I was like, I wouldn't have had that sort of avenue without Adrian. So it's you guys are in the exact right place for this. Even if you don't end up wanting to do this for a living, like you guys are gaining so much. There's so much value to be had from doing this right now. So it's very cool.
So when I first got into Spoko, my mom wasn't really happy about it. She didn't really like it. She was just like, this is a waste of time. Yep, and then she saw you on SNL and read how you went to Smoky and did improv. And then it just all switched, and she was like, "I love it. I love all of it."
No way.
Yeah.
Are
So
you
just
serious?
yeah, just a sort of a thank you. You.
Oh my God. That just made my year, my month.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's just my year. No, this has been a bad year for everybody. This has been a bad year.
A rough year.
Oh my, that makes me so happy.
Anyone
I
else?
feel like Annalise.
Annalise? And then Caitlin.
Caitlin's been wanting to say something for a while.
Okay.
Oh, it's not like really important, but my mom doesn't believe that you're on the Zoom call with us. Can I take a picture really quick?
Yes, please.
Call your mom
Please
in
take a
here.
picture.
Yeah, tell your mom.
She's
to come
not
in.
at home. She's out
Oh.
shopping.
Okay.
Well, tell her it's me, and that she better be masking it up in public.
Awesome. Cool.
And then Annalise, maybe?
Thank you.
No,
Okay, all
we're
right.
good.
I
Okay.
had just one last thing,
Yeah,
Bowen.
yeah,
I think it's, I know what my experience has been, and you obviously are on the SNL scale, but just what, going from like a community group like Spoko and
Yeah.
that sort of environment all the way up to being at SNL, what
Yeah.
are the things that are just like absolutely 100% exactly the same? In addition to, obviously a lot is very different.
Yeah.
Budget, scale, scope, all that kind of stuff. But what
Yep.
is there anything that surprised you about it? It's just like, oh, this is I've experienced all of this, and I did it all the way back in high school.
Yeah. It's because as soon as you even said the word like, oh, it's just a difference in skill, that's really all it is. Like most every other thing, like just God, I don't know what the traditions still are, but like 4 shows, your Armando's Pizza. Does that still happen?
Yes.
It's still Armando's? Okay. Just like going to Armando's and just like everyone, cool. Everyone just like getting like, just like mentally like prepping themselves for that. Like it's just, and you guys, like everybody at work gets nervous. Everybody at work like spins. Like I walked in to the lobby one day on a Saturday before a show, and I run into Kate McKinnon, and I was like, hey, how's it going? Like, how you feeling? And she's like, I'm nervous. I was like, really? She's like, yes, I've been nervous every single Saturday since I've worked here. And this is just this thing where like, and first of all, I remember getting the audition, and I remember doing it, and it was terrifying. And then I left, and I was like, well, at least I'll never be that nervous again. And then it wasn't true. And like any single time I performed, even just like a small show, like a stand-up show or something, like there's that same like physiological response of just like going on stage, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can trace this all the way back to Spoko days when like I would like, I remember it was a good sign if I like had a bad day of the show. Like it was a sign that I had a good show if I had a bad day at school or something. But like all these like crazy chemical things that happen in your body, like before, like the day of a show or right before you're supposed to go on stage, like that all remains. And just like my advice to everybody is just to get as comfortable with that response as you can. Like let it be your friend, get to know it, because it'll just like follow you in any single situation, in any situation that like demands pressure. Get to know like that like reaction in yourself, because it's kind of fun. That's when it's fun to sort of like tap into that. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But to answer Marshall's question, like so much of it is the same. Like having like different like power strata or whatever. Like having like a leader that you had to like sort of defer to, whether that was like Adrian or our president. Like it was, I don't know. These things are all like, these things all exist for a reason. And anytime you're frustrated with like political nonsense or stuff, like political in terms of like, oh, well, like that senior is talking to that sophomore, or that sophomore is talking to that senior, and we're like that kind of politics. I mean, like that stuff is all sort of, oh my God, seniority is like such a thing. Like this is all like, this is everywhere. Like there's no place that's like immune to any of this, to any of like these little contours of power or whatever. Not power, but just like existing. So it's just this stuff, like just get used to like this for like a long time, which is fun. Like it's frustrating at times, sure, but like I I never look back on my time in high school or in college doing comedy and like thinking like and poo-pooing on it. Like I only remember it fond. Like even the bad parts, I'm like, well, it like gave me a thicker skin for the next thing or whatever. So it's cool. You guys are in the exact right spot that you need to be. Listen to everything Adrian says. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
See ya, see ya,
Thank you
see
so
ya.
much.
Later.
Bye.